it's the Independent Parliamentary Standards Authority. Now, they faced a big challenge last year because there's a general election and there was a prospect of a major change in the government. In other words, lots of sitting MPs were going to lose their jobs and an awful lot of new MPs were going to come into position. Now, that had to be handled in a very short space of time. And that's the role of the Independent Parliamentary Standards Authority. And the way they adopted it, they approached it, is they said, right, we've got to develop resilience. We've got to make sure that we're really ready to deal with any setbacks, any issues that arise, and not be blocked in our progress. But we've also got to be positive and optimistic. We've got to believe we can deal with this. And they tested everybody from top to bottom. And of course, the organisation was also structured in departments or large teams. And they looked at each department and each team. But the cascade was from top down. And that was the crucial thing. If you try to do something with teams in an organisation, and there's either not commitment or not involvement of the people at the top, then people further down the organisation are cynical about what they're being asked to do. But in this case, there was complete commitment from the people at the top of the organisation. So yes, there were still people who resisted, who were suspicious about what was going on, but 95+% of the staff collaborated and participated because the senior leadership participated. And the senior leadership were actually prepared to share their profiles. So they were able to demonstrate that, yeah, this is me, this is why I respond the way I do. And there's an element of boldness, an element of courage about that. Now, you're not always going to get that. I accept that. But what I could see in this particular case was if the people at the top were doing this and telling everybody about who they were and what they were, maybe there's nothing to fear. And they got everybody participating. And the outcome was, and there is a case study, a written up case study coming for this, is that they achieved the goal of making sure that everybody and their entourage, and we're talking about thousands of people who lost their seats, were processed, and all the new people with their entourage were brought on board all in the space of 4 weeks. It was a massive challenge for an organisation that doesn't have to do anything like this day by day. And it actually came in several £1 million within budget. So I don't know to what extent that answers your question, but I think to make something like this work, it has to be driven from the top.